Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Caroline Torres and thank you for clicking on my video. So yeah, I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while, but before we get into that, please don't forget to subscribe down below and like my videos so that more and more people can know that I have a YouTube channel and I try to post videos on YouTube. So yeah, in today's video I'm just gonna be talking about a couple of lessons that I learned this year. This year has been a lot and I know a lot of people can agree with me on that, but yeah, I learned a couple of things. And if you did not already know, I am following Christ. I don't know how to explain this, but because I don't want to say I'm born again, because I don't feel like I'm there yet, but I have taken a conscious decision to follow Christ and get to know God and read my Bible and just shy away from sin. Yeah, I hope you understand me. So yeah, let's get into the video. So yeah, while I was mentioning that, I was just trying to make you guys understand that that's what I'm gonna be that's gonna be part and parcel of what I'm gonna be talking about in today's video, because those are the lessons that I learned from him and through him, you know. So that's why I mentioned that I am following Christ, you know. Yeah, so let's get into the video. So the first thing that I learned this year was that God always answers our prayers, but we just have to be open to receiving them in a lot of ways, you know, different ways. Because first of all, he's the only one that knows what we need at that moment. Because you could be asking for something, but because he knows that you are not ready for that thing, he won't give it to you in that moment, you know. So or maybe he's just trying to give you something else, because he knows that, okay, instead of this, let me give you this because this is better for you. So an example. Okay, so this is what happened to me. So this year, this is just an example, but a lot of things have happened to me, but this is just what I'm gonna be telling you. This is gonna be one of the things that I'm gonna be using as an example, you know. Okay, so one thing that happened this year is, I remember in the beginning of the year, I prayed to God and asked him to make me an A student. So I've always been doing well in school, but I was just not an A student, you know. So I remember praying to him, God, please, this year in my third year, please help me become an exceptional student. Please help me become an A student so that I can pass exceptionally, you know. Okay, and God was like, okay, cool. You know what he did? He made school even harder for me. He literally increased the workload and gave me even more trials and tribulations in my private life, in my personal life. And to me, it was very shocking when I ask you for something, but you are actually giving me the opposite of that, you know. But at some point, I realized that because I was going through so much, I learned to prioritize my schoolwork. I learned to study beyond the stress or the pain. I learned to study even though I did not feel like studying. And that's what A students do. Like, they study no matter what because they want that grade, you know. So because honestly, I was expecting him to give me more brains. Like, because I prayed to be an A student, I expected him to make me an A student then there, not realizing that he was gonna make me an A student, but not how I wanted to, you know, how I wanted that to come about. That's the first one. Is God always answers our prayers, but we just have to be open to what he will give you or what he will bless you with. Saying, I don't know if it's Steve Harvey or Pastor TD Jakes, but he said, when you pray to God, he already has the answer in package. The only thing is, you don't know when it's gonna come to you, you know. So that's why you have to believe that whatever you pray for, it is given to you. But as humans, we are just impatient and we don't know when it's gonna come or if it's gonna come. But you just have to believe that it's coming. But when and how it's gonna come to you does not depend on you. So you do not even need to do more or less for it to come to you sooner or in a certain way, you know. So that's the first lesson. And the second lesson is, the season of singleness does not have to do with relationships, you know, because when a lot of people talk about being in seasons of singleness, it's always I'm single, or I'm saving myself for marriage, or I'm not in a relationship. But it does not have to do with relationships only. It might actually affect all the aspects of your life, like meaning friendships, family, and even relationships, you know, because I feel like I went through that season of singleness this year, whereby I had a lot of falling outs with friends in the past year. And even though my family, I would talk to my family like almost every day, I was felt alone because I go to school like 4 hours away. So even though they would call, or I would call them, I always felt like they were not there for me, like I was alone in that moment. And also with relationships, I'm in a long distance relationship, because so even though things were okay between my partner and I would always feel like I was alone, and I was just going through stuff alone, and which is just how it has to be. Not saying when you are a person you have to go through things alone, but there's just some things that you need to go through alone. Yeah, so single of singleness does not have to do with relationships only. It will affect you in every aspect of your life. Yeah. Another one is that things need to change, man. I am someone, I do not adapt well to change. Like I hate change, but I've gone through so many changes this year, and it's been so uncomfortable. Like but one thing that I've always told myself is change, not change, growth is painful. Like literally growth is so painful, but there's always so much good that comes from growth. And people leaving your life is also growth, you know. And people need to leave your life. And also one thing about God and Jesus, one thing about Jesus, when he walks into your life, you have to expect a lot of change. You have to expect a lot of things to happen in your life, you know. Like the day you decide that you're gonna accept God into your life, you need to expect a lot of change and a lot of uncomfortable growth. So that's one thing that I learned, and I've learned to accept this year, is that the minute you decide that you are gonna walk on your journey with Christ, you have to accept a lot of growth and uncomfortable growth that is gonna lead to a bigger breakthrough. And also with that said, you have to look at it like this: if you decide to walk intentionally with God, Satan is obviously not happy with that, you know. Satan is obviously not happy with that. But that's about it. Those are the lessons that I learned this year. Please don't forget to subscribe down below. Please like my video, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.